that go over to Kavita, who's been working on how can global giving have more reach and scale of impact in India. So over to you, Kavita, to talk about some of the technology innovations you've been looking at.
All right, good morning, everyone. I'm Kavita Mathew. I work as India Partnerships Consultant for GlobalGiving. And I'm excited to use the next 10 minutes to introduce GlobalGiving to you and also talk about different innovations and experiments we have worked on over the years in order to encourage everyday giving. GlobalGiving was founded back in 2002. Like Pushpa said, when the term crowdfunding wasn't even really coined, it was founded by two World Bank executives, and today I'm joined by GlobalGiving CEO Alex, who has flown in all the way from Washington, D.C. So thank you, Alex, for being here. Though we are a public charity, we are also tremendously lucky to be an agile digital technology organization. And I believe it is our tech-based solutions that allow us to be a small organization working with a very large community of nonprofits, donors, and companies around the world. Just to give you a little bit of perspective on the scale, we've been around for 17 years, supported 24,000 projects, and have supported them in raising over $415 million to date. And coming to India, we work with over 300 nonprofit partners spread across 21 states. And together, all our partners work on over 700 community-based projects. India is our largest community of nonprofit partners. And in fact, one of the first projects to raise funds using GlobalGiving was a small school that wanted to build toilets for girls in Coimbatore. And this was back in 2002. So that was an interesting insight for me as well. I want to pause here to mention that I'm not a tech expert, but I'm really privileged to work with a small but strong team of data scientists, product designers, and software engineers, and they're constantly working on solutions and iterating and upgrading it, mostly based on feedback that we get from our users themselves. So the first thing I want to talk about is how GlobalGiving has used technology to accelerate employee engagement, as well as everyday giving at the same time. So there was a study by the Harvard Business School which said that empowering employees to choose causes that they care about is more satisfying than a bonus. And what we have found is it's not just with employees, but it also works with clients. And GlobalGiving has this product called the GlobalGiving gift card. And you can redeem these gift cards on any project on GlobalGiving, including projects in India. It's today available in 3 forms. There's a physical gift card, like the ones I have in my hand. We also have e-cards as well as printable paper cards. And as you can see, it's customizable as well. And in today's world, of course, the e-cards are the most popular among the 3. This is an example of how a customized e-card looks. This is for Discovery. And what they do is every year, they send out holiday messages using our gift cards to 7,000 of their employees around the world. And they customize it based on the time zone as well as the languages that the employees speak at work. And what's interesting is that Discovery's CSR team is able to understand what employees in each of these regions care about. And then they inform their own global social responsibility initiatives based on that. So in a way, it's giving the power to the employee to vote for their favorite cause. And that's really democratizing the way giving is happening within the corporation. I just pulled out numbers for India alone, and the volume we've raised through these gift cards for Indian nonprofits is $2.2 million, and this has benefited 377 nonprofits across the country. Great. The second thing I want to talk about is how technology can support philanthropists in their effort to scale everyday giving. Philanthropists and funders should support experiments that can actually increase the generosity of donors, and let's see how we can do that. GlobalGiving has actually been very lucky to be supported by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation for several of these experiments, and I'm going to talk about one that we ran in 2006 on Giving Tuesday. The campaign was called Match a Million. What we really did was try and study if a standard message to give a regular donation can have a different impact on the behavior of the donor versus a different upgradation message for recurring donors. So we'll give you a higher match amount if you convert into a recurring or monthly donor. So we split up over 200,000 of our potential donors on this particular day into a control and test group. And the control group saw this message on the donation form. It basically said, if you make this donation, your donation will be matched by 50%. And the test group received two different messages. One said, if you make a one-time donation, you get 50% match. But if you upgrade to a monthly donation, you get a 200% match. So what was the conclusion? Interestingly, the standard message received more one-time donations, but we saw a tremendous increase in recurring donations through the messaging on the test group. And what we have learned from this experience and what we have implemented today is a 100% match on all new monthly donations on GlobalGiving. We've run 40 such experiments. That was just one, and there's more details to that. I didn't want to get into that. But I wanted to share some learnings we've had from these matching experiments. One is creating a sense of urgency through a one-day match or showing the real-time donations remaining, or matching funds remaining, can really work as an incentive for donors. The second interesting thing that we've learned from some experiments is that it doesn't matter if it is 30 or 50% matching or 100% matching, unless you're upgrading it like the one we did for Match a Million. It can work as an equal incentive, so you can really maximize your return on investment. The third and last thing I want to talk about is how GlobalGiving is using technology to support and provide relief to communities during disasters. One of the ways in which we're doing this is through a partnership with Facebook. Recently, Facebook started a crisis donate button every time a crisis happens in different parts of the world. And anyone in 38 countries, unfortunately India is not on that list as yet, but anyone in 38 countries can make a donation through this crisis donate button. So how does this partnership really work? Let's look into that. When a crisis happens, Facebook activates the crisis donate button. It looks something like this. And then at the same time, GlobalGiving starts identifying reputable nonprofits in that particular community. After about 2 weeks, Facebook sends the money to GlobalGiving, the funds that they raise through this button, without any fee. And then GlobalGiving transfers this 100%, again without any fee, to these nonprofit partners. This is an example of one that's happened in India. So the donate button has not come into India as yet, but crisis donate buttons do get activated for disasters that happen in India. I again pulled out numbers just for India. Since its launch in November 2017, this program has launched 30 crisis donate buttons for India. And an average disaster raises a little less than $2,500. So the numbers are not really huge right now, but this is a very promising experiment and partnership, and something that I see will grow and scale in the future. There are a lot more resources that we have, and I wanted to just guide you all to a Learn library that you can access from our website. It has tools, tips, and articles for nonprofits, donors, as well as companies. So all the three segments that we have in the audience today. And I really want to end with something that Ingrid has well said, is though we keep talking about all these cool tech-based solutions, it's really the work that's being done by our partners on the ground and the individuals behind these nonprofits who constantly give us feedback on the tech-based solutions that we create for them that make GlobalGiving, and I think all our platforms, what it is today. So continue to give us feedback on all the tech-based solutions we create. Thank you.